Hello and welcome back to the LFC Ahmedabad podcast with me, Vatsal Vora, and joining us from United Kingdom is Anmol, and from US it's Roshan's. Pretty diverse, geographically diverse group of people here today. So, um, guys, how was the weekend?
Quite nice.
Must.
Happy for the Liverpool win and obviously City dropping points.
Yeah, so nice way to bring us to our topic because that's exactly what we are going to discuss today. First of all, our game against Norwich was on Saturday afternoon, and we for a change kicked off before Man City for a change. So, रोशन एक गोल पीछे हो गए तब क्या फीलिंग थी कि क्या होगा अभी आगे?
So I think this specific match is a prime example of जहाँ पे हम लोग बात करते हैं ना कि सब्स्टिट्यूशंस और इम्पैक्ट सब्स्टिट्यूशंस जो हमारे पास था नहीं, हम ऑलवेज रिलाई करते थे हमारे फर्स्ट 11 पे to give us the goals and perform really well. I think this match really showed us that you need those impact players, and we did not get that impact from. I think we came into the match with a mindset like, ठीक है, Nabi Ox चल जाएंगे, Norwich will be a easy opponent, and then Norwich just came out with like the most resilient defending in the first half. I just could not. हम लोग जा ही नहीं पा रहे थे. Like someone like a Brandon Williams was stopping Salah from dribbling. Which I mean, again, it's difficult when you're running into traffic, but
that's a given. Every team turns into prime Bayern Munich when they.
नहीं honestly notice किया है.
हर कोई डांटे फिलिप लाम बन जाता है अपने सामने.
Oh,
but
nice,
I think
nice early 2010 reference there if you guys are old enough. Yeah,
so I think in that sense the first half was pretty bad because generally हमारे साथ यही होता है कि जब हमें एक डिफेंडिंग टीम मिलता है we don't pass quicker, we are thinking कि next pass क्या होना चाहिए, and वो intricate pass करने के चक्कर में अपना जाता है, like we cannot do it. And I think Nabi and Ox were not really the greatest, and we were missing a little bit of Fabinho because we were getting countered in like possession lose करने के बाद we were getting countered, and they had some chances. Pookie had a very good chance in like the first 3-4 minutes. So it was a tense game, and the first goal was again ये ट्रेंट हमेशा ऐसे पीछे भागता है, तो जब ड्रिबल करता है ना वो आगे स्टेप नहीं करता, वो पीछे स्टेप करता है. यू ऑलवेज हैव द स्पेस टू कट इन एंड शूट. तो वो कट इन एंड शूट किया, एंड देन मैटिप का आई थिंक ऑन अ गुड डे इट गोस ओवर द बार. Oh sorry, Joe Gomez, my bad. Yeah, so generally when you go back, you're not stepping up to the player and you're giving him that room, a little bit of room to shoot. And Matip ka wo jo deflection hai, 99 times it goes over the bar, and this is the one time it went in. So
because Liverpool.
Right. But I think the turning point of the game was probably Thiago.
Yeah, obviously.
The game completely incisive passing. Yeah.
That brings me to my next question, Anmol. Are we like मतलब हमने we saw that in the game against Norwich we were starting Joe Gomez at right back, Shimikas is left back, and Thiago was absent. We went with Ox. So do you think Klopp is already thinking about a midweek game and then the Carabao Cup final, or did he like at the back of the mind think that he's taking Norwich City too lightly to?
I wouldn't say lightly, because if you see the stats of Tsimikas also, he has around I think 8 or 9 starts and he has won all of them with clean sheets.
Yeah.
And Gomez, as you know, is obviously has been one of our best defenders in the past 3 years.
Yes.
So this shows actually that we have a good squad depth. And I think in Feb only we are playing around 9 games after the international break. So because of this game crunch, he has no other option rather than rotating the squad. And we, with injuries of Jota and Firmino, we don't have the option of changing the front line. So we obviously have to mix it up in the midfield and defense. So, but good to see that we have a good squad depth also. Bring on Thiago from the bench. Luis Diaz also has been great.
Like I'm surprised. Yeah, go ahead.
I mean, just to finish Anmol's point, I think anybody who's been following Liverpool would say that this was the best January, February that we have ever had.
Point. because I
With
remember when
respect to
we
injuries and with respect to just winning the games
both,
also.
we have been lucky with both the things.
So we haven't had injuries. We have had our best players go to their respective tournament. We thought we were gonna get
Still got through well.
Yeah,
See,
we
actually
did
the
really
point
good.
actually the point that we should add here is that we never make it this far into the FA Cup. Like we always get knocked down in the third
Right.
or fourth round. This time we are in the fifth round, and that too we are facing Norwich again. So we have a chance, like a very realistic chance of making it into the sixth round, which is like unheard of. I remember we reached the final in 2012, and I don't think we have done anything significant in the FA Cup ever since. I think we lost to Chelsea in that final, if I'm not wrong.
No, 2012 we won. We
No,
had
that was the Carabao Cup.
The League Cup.
Oh,
That
my
was a
bad.
League Cup.
That was the
FA Cup. I don't even
2006.
remember the last time.
Up to 2006. Last.
Right.
Yeah, because so we haven't done much in the FA Cup for the last decade or so.
Right.
It's really reassuring to.
Klopp
It
has
has
always, kept these FA Cups and League Cups as, sidelined and focus more on the Champions League.
But
League and,
this makes more sense when you see that FSG could not spend much and our squad was thin.
Yes.
So,
but now that we have a good squad, we can focus on such things as well. Because I remember earlier we didn't even have like Alisson and that's it. We didn't have a good goalkeeper. Now Klopp is like really going to try Callagher in the final. So that's how good our goalkeeping strength has become. So
so I think he has to start. So
he deserves to die. He's done so well. Like I think he should start.
And just by addition of someone like Jota and Luis Diaz, most of the squad is kind of similar. And thanks to injuries also, that we haven't had any injuries or minimal injuries, we have gone this far. And it clearly shows, like, I mean, we have always cursed him for like why those League Cups are not priority. Well, if you field your first 11, you either choose Premier League or you want
exactly.
So
I'm
again,
sure
it is nice to have this squad depth where we are like, okay, we'll go into a tournament with a best squad. On a bad day, we might lose, but we'll lose like gracefully.
I think the win against Norwich was more significant, which it was made more significant 2 or 3 hours later when we finally came to know that Man City had finally lost a game of football, which is like unheard of in the last 2-3 months. They lost to Spurs. Title race.
Okay, can I tell you one thing?
Yes.
There was definitely an air of City losing this match. Like for some reason, there was this expectation that this game.
Like, there's one team who is like
because
they
have been a boogie team for City. Champions League ho gaya, apna Premier League maybe from
they
last
did the double also. This like they beat them first match ही था Spurs City.
Right.
Nuno ne bhi haraya tha, I guess, in the So it's like Spurs and Crystal Palace are the bogey team.
Well, हमारे लिए a little bit more than that, but
I think Kane, I think best performance by Kane for the whole season.
Maybe because he wants to impress City or not, that is a different question.
A mystery. That we'll know by the end of the season.
I think there have been some news about Daniel Levy saying if I get this much money, I'll just sell the club. So there is like something about that also. So if Tottenham performs well, they could get a suitor at the end of the season.
Just to add one point on Harry Kane, like I was today writing an article for the Sports Kida and I was writing something about Kane and I specifically mentioned one thing. Despite Kane not having in his like proper mindset and still not able to score as many goals, he scored 17 goals this season. United's top scorer Ronaldo scored 15. So that's the standard of Premier League strikers we are.
Kane always has his, the play and everything. His all-round play is amazing. Like he assists last season. I think he was the top scorer and the top assist.
Both. Right.
I have never seen a bad Harry Kane season. Bad Tottenham season, yes, but like since
even
he has started,
he'll end up scoring around 12 to 15 goals.
But that definitely is a testament to his finishing. I'm an England fan. I have seen so many players come and go, but someone consistently doing it for club and country is crazy. And his shooting outside the box, both footed, like a fox in the box with finishing capability.
Yeah, I'm not sure. Did anyone of you see that match?
I saw the
Anmol?
match.
Parts in
Yeah,
bits.
I think I don't know whether
I
you
saw the
noticed or
full
not.
match.
He was dropping deep. He was dropping
Yeah.
so deep to pick up the ball, give the ball to the Son who was overlapping him, and like that's
No,
the sign
I
of a
think the
complete
first goal
I
sport.
only.
think
If you see the first goal only,
Yeah,
he gave the pass to Son from I think
Son.
offline only.
Half length, right?
yeah, that's
See, I think it also is all. I think this specific game was because Kulusevski also is a very potent striker, and so he does not have to be their main man now. Their problem
Just
was
better now.
always someone taking it up from the midfield and passing it in the front.
yes.
Like Højbjerg, he's a stopping midfielder. Lucas Moura is wings, so no one central. Technically, he's playing a false nine in that sense.
Makes
He's
sense.
picking
Yes.
he's picking up the ball in the areas where nobody would pick it up for them, and they have really two good wingers with Moura and Son, and then Kulusevski can be the guy who can like make these runs. So now the game is well suited for Harry Kane. I think he will thrive more. He'll score more as well, and Tottenham are sure to do.
So
This is a really good game. Like, I mean,
yeah,
we
I think
kind
in
of
the
shit on
end,
Tottenham a little bit, but this was. I think they were Liverpool-like. They were resilient. They never thought that they were going to lose the game till the last moment. They tried to make chances.
very anti-Antonio Conte kind of performance, if you ask
Right,
me.
exactly.
Yes.
So
Usually you
true,
don't
so
see
true.
that. But
Right,
now
right.
the thing is, we are 6 points behind City with a game in hand. So let's assume I don't know who that game in hand is against.
Leeds.
The
Leeds is the
one we
game
are
in
playing
hand.
right now. Oh, okay,
Yeah.
fair enough.
We were supposed to play in December, I think around 27th.
But the COVID
December.
thing, right? That
Yeah.
One
Okay,
of our
so-
game got PP.
Yeah. It was this was
assume for like 30 seconds we win that. We are 3 points behind City. We face City at the Etihad in April, I guess. Title race is on, guys.
Yeah, sure. Absolutely. See, again, this
comparing both the fixtures, City has to face Liverpool at home and United at home.
United
We have
at
to
home.
face Liverpool, United, City, Arsenal, and Spurs.
I think
we have
United
a
is at
tougher
Anfield.
fixture.
United is at Anfield,
Anfield.
Arsenal is away, Spurs is also at home, and City away.
एक चीज मैं बोलता हूँ I mean City definitely has a very easier run. I must say this is exactly like 2019-2020 season where
Yes.
we just have to make sure we win our games. That nothing else is in our hand, and if anything comes, great. But I'm not that worried about winning each and every game this time because we have a really great squad now. And so
See, I think the point is we have 13 games remaining. Let's say we win 10, draw 2, lose 1. I think
right.
that's also okay, that's a bit too much to ask. But if we can do even that part, I think we can still like make it through to the end, and like City is not winning like 2 or 3 games earlier. Yes.
Right now the points, the gap is 6 points. So by chance, suppose if we lose tomorrow, taking that into consideration, the gap is still 6 points, and if we win
6 points in 12 game weeks.
Yeah, if we win at the Etihad, it's back to 3 points.
Right.
So
good thing. I'm not sure if you have checked the fixture. Last fixture is City Aston Villa.
Yeah.
And if it goes down to there, I'm sure Steven Gerrard's going to park his bus. 8-0-1
does
formation.
not go there.
Yeah.
I think what City is right now going through is, if you see, with the loss of Ferran Torres, they have lost a little bit of their bench strength.
Spark, yes.
Because I don't think Riyad Mahrez is a great impact player, but when he starts, he does not even provide that much as well. Like it has been weird for him. Like he has not been the 2015 Riyad Mahrez ever since he has joined City.
Definitely.
And for some reason, it just looks like City is a little bit shaky. They are not super confident. It doesn't. It's like they're not decimating teams. I mean, apart from Porto, yes, but it's somewhere it is like a very frail.
The title is theirs to lose. So
exactly.
And that would put pressure on them.
We have nothing to lose. So
exactly, because I am sure, regardless of our form, we are finishing second. I don't see any.
Same.
Above us.
Right.
So we are second. We have nothing to lose. City have everything to lose because they can get some pressure. They can We saw that against Tottenham. All it takes is someone to take the game to City rather than just sit back and wait for them to hit on the counter.
Right.
Usually, all the small teams are very scared to take the game to City because when they start only, they become so defensive that they allow City to attack, and then they pull out. So,
and sometimes when City is like 1 or 2 goals ahead, they automatically think like that's damage limitation. Now let's just defend and make sure we don't lose 5-6. That's the wrong attitude which teams have against City.
Last year, I think they played Leeds at home, and Leeds were down to 10 men, and Leeds ended up winning 2-1 at the Etihad.
I don't remember that.
So,
okay.
And then in Leeds, you know how Leeds play, like they play their own game, so
they don't care. They don't care.
So I think if those teams start taking the game to City, they might end up taking out points.
The other significant thing, if we win this season, is we will win this season being in all 4 competitions until February.
Yes.
If we do it, that would be the craziest thing. We might not win FA Cup, let's say. That's okay. We might win against Chelsea. I'm very confident of the Chelsea game. Let's say we go to semi-finals of Champions League and lose. Fine, that's not a problem. If we win Premier League, being in 2 competitions or 4 competitions until March, I mean, I don't think any team...
Winning 2 trophies is a success, obviously.
Oh, yeah, great.
Yeah, exactly. Mourinho celebrated the Carabao Cup.
I would still prefer the Champions League over the Premier League.
Sure, definitely.
Yeah, actually,
7.
Going back to that thing, genuinely tough for me to imagine that Liverpool will lose to someone in over 2 legs.
But the other thing to take into consideration is that there's no away goals this time.
Yeah.
I feel bad for it, but now that we have won 2-0, I wanted the away goal rule. So would have made things.
Mentality, I think it changes the mentality of the players also, like how you approach the game also in the second leg. That because if we score 1 if they score 1, it changes the whole dynamics.
True.
So,
I mean, it definitely takes out the element of anti-football for a moment, because away goal maar diya, then you sit back. But we will not get those thrillers. It will go to those like drab penalties. I understand, but again, like, there has to be some you gain something, you lose something. The gain for something is if the first leg is for an away team, then they have the full confidence that they can draw the game, and drawing the game will result into something in their favor, which never happened. So
that is true. But I don't see I'm like quite certain we have made it to the quarterfinals. I don't see Inter Milan like.
It was a very commanding performance for sure.
Yeah, it was professional performance. Like it wasn't like we were sloppy or anything. We just respect and
we just played our best. It's like we played our training ground game, and then didn't matter like if it was it could have been like a championship team and we would have probably played the same. I think that's a good thing about Liverpool is that you cannot clearly see like okay, अच्छा छोटा team है तो फिर हम लोग थोड़ा loose team के साथ जाएंगे, या अच्छा team है तो strong team. We always go with 80% of the strength, and then we always do it.
But the thing that always makes me question is like Inter Milan are obviously a better side than let's say a Southampton or Burnley or something. But Southampton and Burnley will always worry us more than this Inter Milan side. Because I think I don't worry. I'm not 100% sure in the Premier League that we will just steamroll into ourselves into 3 points all the time.
उसका एक reason मुझे ये लगता है कि it matters a lot when you play regularly. So let's say if I play against you and I keep losing, I know that you are a boogie team. And,
yes. Okay.
And with Champions League, what happens is you play and then 10 years later you get matched again. And so that gap kind of that removes the scope of like a psychological barrier against a specific team.
Okay. Yeah.
For us, hamesha aise rehta, like on a given day with our squad, we should be confident with any of the bottom 10 teams. But you just don't know how they turn up. And then you don't know how your players are going to turn up. Sometimes pre-practice से पता चल जाता है भाग नहीं रहे हैं, कोई energy नहीं है, there is something missing, and then you lose the game. So Premier League being that long also gives you that scope of like tardiness or like some team just having a great day. You just can't say anything about it. Like so So that's why I think.
So
The
just
same
to
players, same players play against each other for the last, on an average, if you say 3 years, they know how
yeah,
to approach the game, how what their weaknesses are. So
that is
That
also true.
coaches
that and all.
know, yeah,
Sorry. बोलना.
Yeah,
okay.
Anmol, go ahead.
Coaches
नहीं, मैं
also know how to exploit the weaknesses of other teams.
exactly right.
So
Right. And
Anmol,
and
just
you
to
have your teammates from international teammates who can say भाई मुझे पता है ये player कैसे खेलेगा, and so you have all of those smaller insights also on a regular basis. And with Premier League, you're constantly watching those games. See, again, Serie A intensity and Premier League intensity completely different, and so Champions League kind of takes away of that. You're not playing in a league, but when you're playing regularly in one league, you get used to that intensity also. So
just coming back to the Premier League and the title race, like as we mentioned, we have our game in hand against Leeds, but it's also worth mentioning that we faced Chelsea in the Carabao Cup final like 4 days or 3 days after. Do you expect a rotated side to
I
clock
think
to
minor
field?
rotations will be there. I think
Yeah,
Matip might be rested. Konate.
yeah, that can be one.
I think they might go with Konate, Gomez, and Ta as right back for the
I
Leeds
think
game.
Robertson
If
and Trent both will come in. Might be Trent both. One of them might be rotated at the end.
I
Salah
think Tsimikas might get another go because he had a really good game against
maybe.
Norwich.
That is
so
also
they can
true.
give an extended
Because
rest.
I don't think Klopp will leave Robertson out for so long and then he instantly start.
Right. That's
again.
true. I was
Yeah.
gonna say the same thing because it is very difficult to judge. क्योंकि the thing is, अगर main players को अभी भी rest किया, then what will happen is it's a 6 days gap before the final, and you want them to be a little bit warmed up to the intensity.
Exactly.
So having your best squad play against Leeds could take that momentum into the final.
Actually-
so it depends a lot on how.
Actually, the thing is that regardless of what our attack and defense is, the make or break part is our midfield. Which three midfielders are going to play? That is going to make that is going to yeah. Go ahead.
I'm just gonna put it out here: Thiago, Henderson, Fabinho. That is the midfield you're going to go with.
That is
the
like
biggest
our
game.
main midfield, but I don't know who will start. I think Fabinho will start. Thiago doubtful. He will save him for the
Because he has had injury problems recently, so I think he'll definitely bring him on as an impact player. But
Yeah,
I
if
think,
needed, I am sure.
if
Like if we are 2-0 up, we don't need Thiago then.
right,
I think Keita will start because Leeds is a strong. They have a good physical team.
Calvin Phillips counter.
Yeah, so
Uh-huh.
I think
Need that.
Keita might start, and I think even Henderson will start. Or if he might start Milner as well because back against his home team. So
Yeah, why not? And I think Salah is guaranteed to start. I think I'm not sure if Jota is going to make it or not.
Might slight possibility to start Origi, but very very highly unlikely.
I think Mane and Salah are down starters.
Salah,
Like,
Mane, Luis. I think that is how they're going to start.
but then who will play up in the center then?
I think Mane will play
I think
center.
Mane should play in the center, or Mane will play on the right and Salah will play.
Although he has been super ineffective when he has played through center, that's the game.
my worry.
I cannot blood comes through my eyes when I watch Mane play center because he's just so awkward in that position. But he has played there for Southampton, and so he has some semblance of an idea of how to play that. So hopefully
that's why I thought like Origi might have a go at
right, exactly, someone to play through center. Yeah.
The reason why Leeds don't worry me is that they like to play on the front foot and they leave gaps behind. So
Right.
I'm sure we are going to get ample amount of chances to score goals.
Right. Eventually,
Not like
during the
against
day we'll get
against like Burnley or Norwich that we might have to like
tight defending.
Unless you've struggled against teams who sit back. We don't struggle against teams like Leeds. So
that's why we perform better in the Champions League because there is hardly any sides who sit back. Like the round of 16 in the knockout.
Obviously, you don't have a chance. You can't sit
you
back
have
and say,
to
okay, I'll go to
play for
the
win.
right. They don't have a 38 game season. That's why they can't sit. So eventually,
I think
they
if
have
we
to
win, I think the pressure is on City.
definitely.
Yeah, it started. The pressure is on City now because
Yeah.
the title. Because I think start of Jan or something, I read a stat, they were 11 points ahead of Liverpool. And
But
10
with
points
2
ahead of
games
them.
in hand.
Yeah. So
Where did they drop so many points? I can't even remember. Like they lost to Tottenham, but what was their other defeats? No
I'll
idea.
have to check.
they had a
because
couple of draws in between.
So just looking at our fixtures in the next couple of weeks. So we played Leeds on Wednesday. That's done. Then we have 2 cup matches on the bounce. We have the final, and then we play Norwich.
And I think you have West Ham, I think.
Yeah, then it's West Ham, and then it's the second leg. Brighton.
So I think it's a decent run up. So not easy, not difficult as well, because we have.
But like Anmol, you mentioned it earlier. We face Arsenal on the 16th of March.
So that is a change fixture. No, that's why.
It got
rescheduled. That's why
okay, that's
Arsenal and United, I think, in the space of 4 or 5 days.
So that is going to be like 4 points out of that, and we are fine, I guess.
I'm hoping 6.
6.
Of course.
I think West Ham could be a little tricky. They're just doing really.
I think they took out points from us, so in the first leg. Hopefully, let's see.
Hopefully,
West Ham is always tricky, so because they have a great team, good players in all different positions. So, and I really like the way they play.
They have players who are performing really well in their respective
Everyone's
positions. They're not dependent on like one man or one person to do it, and everybody's contributing well, and so they're doing.
Fornals, Bowen, Lanzini, Antonio, Declan Rice. So,
to be honest, a realistic chance for them to finish top 4 with how United and Arsenal have been performing. Arsenal are on a up, sure, but there is a chance for West Ham to do well and like finish 4th. I think
looking at the first half of the season, I think if they continue that form, they would have finished like Abhi Kafi. I think they would have collected the points. So
right.
Beach May, I think they had a sloppy run.
Yeah.
So I think okay. So City drew to Southampton in January, and then they lost against Tottenham. Okay, and City's fixtures are they face Everton next, so they face at Goodison. Then they have their FA Cup tie, and then they face at home. I'm like United always perform against City. I don't know
always beat them at the Etihad.
And it is at the Etihad, so that is like expecting anything from them is like putting a sour taste in my mouth. But I hope at least they can do something.
I think, as you said, like when I'm thinking about it and thinking about the fixtures and the pressure City is under to have the gap. Like even taking a cricket reference, it is always easy to chase because you know what your target is.
Yeah, exactly.
So it is Liverpool. If for Liverpool, it will always be easy to assess the situation at any point of the time. For City, there will always be a constant panic of they're behind us, like what we have to do. Because we lost the season by 1 point. That the season that we lost, it was the same thing. We led through most of the season, and then
we lost because of that one match against City only.
Right.
Yeah. I think we lost. That remember there was in 1 week we faced Leicester and West Ham, and we drew both 1-1. I guess.
Right. We drew both.
But I think lost to United also. I think they will go for it because first of all it's a derby and they
have nothing to lose. Basically.
And they are in the top 4 race also. So they want to be in the Champions League, so they will be up for it.
For them, top 4 is important because they've spent a lot. Yeah. They need a proper manager, and if they
need a manager. They need a manager, and for that they have to perform and say, we are a really good team. We don't need a lot of rebuilding, so they can attract a good manager. I hopefully think they do.
They want Fabio Carvalho in the summer, and there's just rumors
I think based on PSG's performances, they should seriously go for Pochettino. But I think I was reading a Melissa Reddy article saying that United does not want to go for Pochettino for some reason. Like, I don't know, if not a proven manager or anything, but it's weird.
So I guess we have covered most of the points. Any closing remarks, Anmol, if you have any?
I think just predictions for tomorrow.
You can go for it. Yeah.
I think I'll go for a 3-1 Liverpool win.
Exactly what I was going for. I was going for 3-1 as well. But
Leeds, like they approach the game in a positive way. So I think
you can always be sure that keeping a clean sheet against Leeds is going to be difficult.
But yeah,
Right.
Because even when they were 2-0 down, they scored like 2 goals in 2 minutes against United. So
like that was instant impact from Rafinha.
oh yes,
So
he might want to give an audition as well. So
that's what I was gonna say. Fingers crossed, summer transfer, Rafinha is in our team.
but I think we should win.
Yeah,
if
we
we
should
lose, like obviously,
quite certain, yes, we
Yeah.
should win that 3 points. And yes, I was just looking at the Premier League table. The goal difference situation is also pretty interesting. City's
I think
goal
We
difference.
have, we have,
yeah,
we have a
that's
higher
it.
goal difference. Yeah.
44 and we are 42 or something.
46,
No, no.
44.
46, 44. Yeah.
So City. So let's assume we win it by more than 2. We are ahead on goal difference as well. So that will put
Right.
more pressure on City to.
I think it all goes down to the Liverpool Man City game at the Etihad.
Yes.
Yeah.
If we win
But-
all the games until that point, that becomes one of the most
Very,
crucial
very,
games
very
in our
important.
history.
Right,
Yes.
right. But man, this is so crazy though. Like probably last 3 seasons, the title race has been so close. Like if not for the points, the goal difference would decide it. Like and consistently like that. We have scored same number of goals as City. We have probably conceded a little bit more than them.
And the
Again,
last season when we didn't when we finished third, it proved that if not us, no one can challenge City. It's just Liverpool who have the firepower. Regardless of how much money Chelsea, United spend, they are not going to reach on our levels anytime soon.
Chelsea showed potential, but they dropped off.
Chelsea tried, but
Yeah.
I think.
But they fell off so quickly. Like in December, Jan, they were already out of the title race.
I think because of injuries, that Chilwell.
Yeah, they had
Yes.
Chilwell.
And they are like involved in other tournaments as like they went to play Club World Cup and things like that. So should we wrap it up?
Yes, sir. Let's do it.
Yeah. So that's it from our side. We'll join you later this week for the preview, the Carabao Cup final preview. We'll be there. And make sure to do all those cliche YouTube things like liking and subscribing, and catch you guys later. Bye-bye.
See you guys.
Bye.